Hey everybody, it's Coach Neil. I got Nikolai with me, and we're going to do another technique here for Hayabusa's social media. Okay. Now, what we're going to do today is I'm going to chain a couple techniques together, and I'm going to start off by using a front face lock. Okay. Now, front face lock goes back a long ways, and there's been a couple ways to do it, but for me, there's only one real practical way to do it, and that's what I'm going to show you today. Okay. And it's going to be from that kind of snap down position where I'm in a front headlock, concept, okay? The biggest thing when you're here is you got to make sure that you're not going to give your hands for a 2-on-1 get up or a sucker drag. Because that's the #1 thing I'm going to do if I'm here and you reach in, okay? So you have to play these things properly, especially at the top guys. One way is, keep your limits short. If you're going to go for the front headlock, you have to have a good front headlock where you can have control and you're not giving your wrists away. There's things like quarter Nelsons. Those are good ways to protect my hand. The other thing is a front face lock. Okay. And what this is going to do, I'm going to use it as a reversal, but you can finish it as a submission, okay? But I think in general it's better to be used as a reversal. It's a much higher percentage. You can focus on that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab Nikolai's tricep area, okay? And my left arm is going to cross face, and I want to go as low as possible. If I get under the chin, then it's great too. But most of the time, I want to aim for right here. I want his bottom jaw. Because if his mouth is open, I'll make him scream. Okay? He's going to turn, he'll pray to turn over. Okay? I don't want to get high in the face. Because guys that are tough, they'll let you ding up their nose and stuff. They're trying to grind it out. So when I'm here, I'm going to cross face right across. And I'm going to lock. Now when I lock, I'm going to pull his shoulder in with my hand, okay? So I go here, I'm going to lock tight. Now, I can start to crank and try to finish, but we're going to focus on turning. I wouldn't be on my knees either. I would have, from here, I'd have a lot of pressure, okay? I would have a lot of pressure. Now, what I'm going to do is he's going to go where the head goes. So if I create this kind of pressure and drive into him, he's going to flip over. All right. You can also drop back with this and sit to get the turnover, but generally speaking, it's always better to be a little more hips down rather than hips up. So I catch, I lock. Now I'm going to walk in and I'm going to crank, and Nikolai's going to dump over. Okay, I still have my grip. Now from here, I lined up a perfect Darce choke. Okay, perfect Darce choke. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift on his head. I'm going to reach deep, slide my hand down, lock and claw up as I can, and I'm going to drive in and flex. Okay. Now I'm going to go into some more detail about the Darce or screw choke or Bravo choke. Head back down, please. On your side. Where you were? Correct. Okay. The thing about it is, this choke right here, some people have a natural feel for it. Others end up just neck cranking people and they end up giving up on it. You have to be able to troubleshoot your own technique. One of the first things to look at is where his shoulder is. I want this here in between my pec muscles. Right where my shoulder is, my chest are. That's where I want that on. Now, the other thing, see that? I'm going to spend some time here. You see that space he has from his neck to his shoulder? That's going to make the space you need to grab much larger. Okay? So what I want to do when I'm here is whether I'm like this or I'm like this, I want to bring his ear to his head. So in this case, I was here. That way, it's a little tighter circle when I grab. Okay? I don't have to reach around like this. I can actually get a good bite. Now the other thing, I see this is a very, very common problem, all right? And that's how they grip their bicep and whether or not they're framing against themselves. If you just get your fingers here on your bicep, you're gonna have problems. It's probably gonna counter it. You wanna actually get like a gooseneck over your own arm. That's just gonna make your grip so much stronger. So when you get here, you lock, try to roll over the deepest you can. Now, when we do this, don't just stop here. Because what happens when guys start squeezing, they're squeezing, believe it or not, they end up pushing against their own forearm with their forearm. So they can't close the hole, okay? So as I get here, I want to get this sucker up as high as I can. If it cleaves up to my shoulder, that's good. Okay? If it only gets to here, that's good. If it only gets to here, that's fine. But I don't want to push against myself. Okay? Here. Slide it up. Now, when you're squeezing, think about how you're squeezing. That space I'm making, this little square I'm making, okay? That's where he's getting choked. And I want to collapse and make that square as tight as possible. So, don't just squeeze, collapse your elbows. Pinch your elbows together. Now, bring your elbows to your sternum. Here, now I've made it tight. You can see there's very little space. So I literally want to get here. Okay, so go deep, lock, get a good bite, slide up, into your elbows, pull it tight to your sternum. Okay, that's the grip. Okay, when I'm here, I got it aligned with my chest. Lift, I get my shoulder to get to reach deep. Okay, one thing you could do is put your ear on his body. That's one of the check marks. I keep his head down so I can slide, and I roll my hand and get a good bite. Now I pinch my elbows and I hug them to my sternum, and then I'm gonna twist, okay? Now when I first learned this choke was a long time ago, and the guy would call it a screw choke. The reason why I call it a screw choke is at the end of your grip, you gotta create a little twist. The twist will be, if I'm figure forward here, this elbow is gonna twist to the sky, not this elbow. Here, this elbow locks and twists to the sky. It doesn't have to be a huge twist. It just gotta move. And what that does, it kind of finishes the choke and makes it tight. Okay, so once you get your grip and you're here, pull it tight and you're gonna kind of twist it up. Now, the leg work on the finish of the choke. I personally like staying on top and driving him forward a little bit. I just like to be on my toes, but there's other options here. So when I'm here and I have the choke, I will drive and lift this. So I'll get good control here. That's what my personal comfort is. But no matter what, I definitely don't want to be back here on my knees because I'm just giving them a big setup to counter. The other way that most people finish is they step and hook a leg. That's a good option too. But when they have the choke, they keep the pressure on, they hook it, and they sit underneath, and then they lift the elbow. That's a good option too. So I'm going to show you what both would look like, okay? So from here, yep, lock, drive, screw, and flex. That's one, okay? Balance, pressure. The next one, I'm gonna hook inside the leg, I'm gonna drop to a hip, okay? This side, yeah, okay, so I lock my grip, pressure, hook, hip. Okay? So these will give you different options how to finish. There's a lot of ways ways to finish, especially in a scramble with the Darce choke. Okay. Now, I want to put them together for you. So, and lock here. I'm in my grip. Cross face lock. I drive, crank the turn. Switch, lock, come in, and finish. That's a lot of control. The whole time I'm really keeping my elbows tight. I'm keeping everything nice and tight. Very important. Okay, so that's the front face lock into a Darce choke or a Bravo choke, screw choke, whatever you want to call it. Okay, thank you.